So, welcome to the External Commissioner debates for the GSU Elections for 2012. We have Erin and Yunee here, who are from opposite slates of Refresh GSU and Grad Voice, and we will begin by hearing an opening statement from Erin.
Okay, so I'm running for External Commissioner. I'm in my first year of my Master's of Education at OISE in the Department of Sociology and Equity Studies. I have experience doing labor union organizing. I've worked at 2 different PIRGs, public interest research groups, and I've been involved in a number of sort of community activist initiatives, and I'm well prepared for this role.
And Yunee, we'd like
I am a 3rd year graduate student in the Department of Medical Biophysics, and I don't have as much experience as Erin, but I would like to run for External Commissioner because I'm interested in especially social justice issues that graduate students of the university are interested in, and I would like to focus my attention on those kinds of issues and help lobby government agencies as well as external bodies to get the student voices heard.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any questions from the audience? No. Okay, so one of the largest portfolios under the External Commissioner would be, or one of the most vocal as well, would be considered the Social Justice Committee. And for any of you at the GSU Council, we have known that a lot of issues have come up with social justice. What are your, how would you like to take the direction of the Social Justice Committee, and which topics do you think that the Social Justice Committee, under your guidance, would focus really on? I'm going to give it to Yunee first.
I would like to focus on issues that pertain to graduate students themselves. Of course, I believe that it is important to also learn and understand and try to improve broader issues that pertain to the rest of the world. But my focus will be on sexual harassment issues that students might face, or gender inequality issues, or anything like that that pertain to the graduate students of the university.
Thank you. And Erin?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would continue a lot of the good work that the current External Commissioner has done. There's been a lot of work done already lobbying the provincial government to reduce tuition fees for students in Ontario. The percentage of funding that the government provides to Ontario students has decreased drastically over the years. In the 1970s, government funding made up something like 80% or 87% of university operating budget, and currently it's somewhere in the 50%. So basically, tuition and ancillary fees have had to pick up where government funding has dropped off. So one thing would be to develop coalitions and campaigns with other universities in basically trying to decrease and put a freeze on tuition rates. And then the other thing is Aboriginal education. There's currently a program right now that the federal government has, which basically provides support to First Nation students who want to continue on to post-secondary school. And there's been a cap put on the increase that this funding increases every year. There's a cap on that, and I would lobby the government to remove that cap, because Aboriginal people in this country do not have the same sort of access to education that the sort of general public, the non-Aboriginal public has. And that's one thing that I would work with the Social Justice Committee specifically to lobby for.
Thank you. Those very nice statements. So now, moving on from beyond social to the next kind of largest portfolio falling under external, we're going to begin discussing the CFS. So, how do you see the External Commissioner? How do you think the relationship between the GSU of U of T and CFS have been within kind of the last few years, and how do you think we can really improve those relationships, and how can we really improve to make CFS if there's any kind of external influence we're allowed to provide to CFS, how are we going to enable them to lobby the government better and basically represent the students better? Erin?
So just to clarify, the question is how can the GSU exec as a whole?
No, for the external, because CFS tends to fall under external. Of course, all the executives are encouraged to help promote the help promote relationships with the CFS. But how do you see the CFS relationships now? How do you hope to improve them, and what kind of actions do you plan to take